Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our mini taster session for Balletes at the bar. So today we are just going to go through some of the basic moves that we would cover in our introductory or beginner's bar session. So what you will need is just a chair or a stool or something that you can rest on that won't move. Just wear normal gym clothes, bare feet are ideal. We won't be going down to the floor at all. We will do everything standing up. There is a little bit of single leg work, which is why we also use the bar as well. So if you're feeling a little bit unsteady, then you should always have that chair nearby you. Grab a drink if you want one with thought, and also just be mindful of your own body and what your limitations are. So if you're feeling a little bit dizzy or a little bit under the weather today, just bookmark or save this video and you can come back to do it anytime that you'd like. If you feel dizzy or at any time during the session, just take a rest. And again, it will be here for you to come back and do whenever you want. We will be doing a few different exercises, and I will give just a couple of little variations so you can do it at whatever level that suits you best. So if you're not great on single leg, we can always just keep that toe balanced on the floor. So my tip toe is just on the floor. So instead of a single leg, here with some squats or single leg squats, you can keep that toe on the floor. You don't have to lean, you don't have to stretch. This is your workout and just do what feels good for you. So we're going to start with a short warm up and then we will just go over a few little exercises at the bar. We do have a 5-week course starting in person at Kenton Park Sports Centre next Tuesday. So we will run for 5 weeks and we will go through all of the basics of bar exercises, which blends your Pilates, your fitness Pilates, and your bar work as well. And you'll also get 10 videos in your members area on the website for you to do at home as well that are 20 minutes long. So you can keep up that practice, build up the mobility and the strength as well. But they will obviously be very different to what's in the class. So you get a whole rounded workout. So you're not just doing the same thing for the 5 weeks. So if you are joining us, if you grab your chair or stool or whatever you have and make sure it is nearby. I'm just going to pop some music on and we will get warmed up. So hopefully this music is coming through okay and you can hear me okay. Fingers crossed, otherwise I'll just have to do this all again. So if we're just standing nice and tall away from the chair, we don't need the chair at the minute, we're just going to give those shoulders a little bit of a roll back. This is a lot of standing. We want to work on our posture a little bit. So we want to avoid this kind of movement where it's all tight across the chest. So we need to loosen out here. Keeping those elbows low. Oh, I love this music. Pure energy go. Tribal beats. Brighten up September day. Big circle. We're going to bring the arms up in front, up, open, center, and down. Up, open. A little squeeze in those shoulders. Sit, and lift, open. Bring it up, keep them open, hold wide. Take a little stretch side to side. Keep in center. Hold it strong. Take a reach. And take a reach. You just want to feel the stretch. So if your reach is here, stay. Just reach it there. Or if you feel you can take it a little further, take it a little further. Take it across the body. Tap. So you might tap towards the elbow, you might have a smaller range, or you might be able to get towards the hand. Something to work to. And bring our arms down by our sides. Take a side stretch. Imagine you're sliding along a wall. You don't drop those shoulders forward. 2 and 1. Bring the shoulders back. If we can, single knee. You can always use that chair here if you wish. Up and up. Up. We'll do a little hip extension, sending it straight back and in. Back and in. Back and in. Keep that chest lifted. So it might just be a tap back. Brilliant. Back to the knee lift. Up, down, up. Going to swap, take it back, toe tap or little lift. And step the feet out, 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 out. Go quite wide. Hands on the bar. We're going to take a demi-plie. And demi-plie, we keep our heels on the floor, especially in a second position. We're just working up and down. So as low as you are feeling today, give yourself a little challenge. We don't need to take it all the way down. We're just warming up the hips. And take it down for a little hold. So when we're here, you want to just check that posture. So you've got your shoulders and the hips. We want them in line. So we're not side to side. And tuck that pelvis under. Take a little pulse. Tiny movement. Okay, give me 4 more here. If you're feeling it in the knees, just take it out of the plie and bring it back down. So take it up and down. Be very kind to the knees. Your knees are feeling it. Don't go slow. Give me 3 more here. 2 more. Last one. Bring the arms down. We'll take both arms up. Up. Work the arms out. Into a second position. I'll turn to the side. My arms are slightly in front of my body. Give me a little shoulder squeeze and return. You're working those shoulders, stretching out across the chest. Squeeze. Hold it strong. Bring one arm in and out. You can take a little look over the bended arm. Tiny little lean, but we work the core. We take it up, down, up. A little bit for the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the hand back onto the chair. Back into that second position. We're going to add the arms with the plie. So take out and down. Out and 2, 3. Put that little pause at the top. Give those glutes a squeeze. 1 more. Bring it down. We're going to place the weight into this foot a little bit more. We're going to take a little reach and tap that toe. Take it into a plie. Tap. Plie. You don't have to do a massive lean over. Just reach up to the ceiling. Reach. Down. Reach. We can really stretch into that bottom foot. Strengthening the ankles. 1 more. Bring it down. If we can take the arm out, we're going to just take a little calf rise in the second position. Lift onto the toes and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. Up and down and up and down. Brilliant. We're going to swap that chair over to the other side. Just check you have enough room on this side. Take it into that second position again. Bring the arms up. Big circle. Release any tension that's built up in the shoulders. Take a breath. I want to work that plie again. Down and down. Remember those hips, no shoulders. And down, out, lower. Just cutting way through the heels to push up. One more. Reset, position this foot. We can put a little bit of weight onto it and we have the chair. We're taking a plie and stretch. Nice and low and stretch into that toe. Plie. Work at your own speed. And really, really push. Get a nice stretch through the foot and in the calf. Build up some ankle strength. Better bones this week. Think about strengthening the areas of weakness, which is ankles and wrists as we get older. A little bit of weight-based training, pushing through a movement. Excellent. Last one. Bring it into a first position. Heels together. Now you can do this side onto the bar, or if you feel more comfortable, you can face it with two hands in here. It is completely up to you. We're going to take a demi-plie. Demi so the heels stay down and calf. Down, demi, up, lift. Down, demi, lift. So just work at your pace. You can go a little bit slower than me if you want. Your workout. Lift, down, lift. Bring the heels down, lift onto the toes, turn the feet so we're in parallel. We're going to work the hips and all of the leg muscles in a slightly different angle. So target some different muscles. We're going to take a little squat back and up. Sending the hips back, chest stays up, squeeze at the top, down and up. When you bring it to the top, you want to feel it in those abs as well. Squeeze. Work through wherever feels good. If you haven't done many squats or your knees feel a little bit crunchy, just keep them low. Yeah? And then you can always build up deeper squats once your knees feel a little bit stronger. Two more if we can. Up. Take a rise in parallel. Now, option here to take one arm or both arms off the bar. Or keep those hands down. Bring the heels down. Single leg work. We're going to bring this knee in front. Now remember, as we said at the start, you can leave that toe on the floor here. And we just work it at a slightly different angle. If you're feeling it, we can keep it slightly lifted off the floor. You won't go anywhere near as deep in the squat on a single leg. But it's not about that. It's about working that balance, the core, and getting that single leg work. Taking it down and up. Still pushing and squeeze those bottoms. But again, with the foot on the floor, you're getting the same work. Give me a couple more here. Big squeeze at the top. Squeeze. And I'm going to stand it behind. So I turn to the side. Again, you have the option, toe on the floor. Just balance that toe, or we can keep it at a little lift. Whatever feels good. If you feel it pulling in the back, take the foot down and take a little lean forward. Yeah? Protect the back. Lift up toe. Wherever you want to take that foot, we take it down. Down. Up. Remember that toe on the floor. It just rolls through onto the foot. 2 and 1. Brilliant. Bring the feet in, take a little pedal through the feet. If you feel you get a lot of tightness in your feet, I'm turn to the side so you can see it on the other side. Tomorrow we have a little spiky ball. Or you can use a tennis ball. 15-minute session for National Fitness Day. So watch out for that. So on this side, lifting up tall. If we're lifting that toe, keep it lifted, keep it strong. If the toe is on the floor, still think out the top of the head. We take it down, down, up. This leg's doing all of the work. This one is either a balance challenge or to help with the balance. 2 more if we can. Take it through, send it back. So remember that toe means we just take it down and up, or we lift it off the floor if you need to with a slight tilt forward. And down, up. So if you're here, you just roll through my foot. Still getting a lot of work in this leg. 2 more, go for it. Bring it up, bring it in, pedal through the feet. Awesome. I'm going to take a side to the chair. We're going to work the outside leg. We're going to work a little bit of rotation around in the hip. So we've done a lot of forward and back and a lot of bends. We're going to take with the toe tap. We're going to build it here. If you want to keep it on the floor the whole way through, you can. We will add a little lift off the floor and tap. If that's too much or you feel it pulling around the hips, just keep it on the floor. Forward, side, back, close. Forward, side, back, close. Forward, side, back. We've got it. Try and pick up the pace just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. If you want to keep with that slow pace. Get a little bit of movement around the hip. Excellent. Take a little release in the leg. You don't want to overstretch the knee. I'm going to repeat just 4 times. We're going to try and lift that foot off the floor. Ready? Reset. Strong core. And 1. Lift. Down. Out. Lift. Down. Back. Lift. In. Forward. Lift. Down. Out. Up. Down. Back. You don't have to go very high at all. Just a teeny tiny lift. Teeny tiny. Gonna add a little challenge. If you're up for it, you take it forward. Forward, lift and hold. Take it to the side. Take it to the back. Bring it in. Brilliant job. Walk it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. We'll take a little stretch into the chair. Little pau de bras into the chair. And lift. Bring it down. Take a little reach down to the side. Once more. Take a lift. Over to the chair. Release. We're going to swap on over. Same idea on this side. So you might feel like some hips work differently. So the one might be tighter. So this is my bad hip. So it's always more clunky than moving this hip. That is absolutely fine. Just work with what you can do on each side. You build up from where you are. So we're taking it out just for the tendu, just for the point. Point, side, back, close, and point, side, back. Really trying to keep that body nice and tall in this position so we don't move around too much. So as much as we're moving the leg and building mobility in the hip, it's about core strength and stability. We don't want to flop about. We don't want to be lifting, turning when we're moving. Everything nice and still. 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 If you can pick up the pace. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it where you want. Couple more. And we're going to bring those feet in for a little pedal and pedal through. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to add that little lift, that little tendu and lift. Lift tall, shoulders down. Get that core squeezed in to support the back. Forward, lift, down, out. Lift, down, back, up, down, in. Forward, lift. It can just be teeny tiny. Always get bigger. And forward, lift, down, up. And we'll go last one if we can with a challenge. Take it out, throw it up, lift. Take it in the air to all three positions. Bring it in, take a walk. Awesome. We're facing into the chair, the last little set. Now we want to move in different directions to get the hips working. Now one of the main ideas behind this is to build some functional fitness. We spend a lot of time in this movement, the forward movement, walking, cycling, sitting, standing. We do a little side to side, but we also rotate. And a lot of the time, a lot of our injuries come when we've just twisted or we've just reached for something and we haven't quite prepared our body for it, yes? Especially as you get a little bit older. Pulled you back and it wasn't doing anything crazy, it was probably just reaching over or getting something out of the cupboard. So that transverse plane, the rotational plane, is very important. So we're going to use a little curtsy lunge at the bar to get the movement around. We're hitting these bits across the back. Well, a lot of the time you might face a little bit of an injury. So facing into the chair, you're going to take the foot behind and curtsy and tap it to the side. So you've got a round movement at the back and we've got a dip and up. We're just going to work the leg for 4. Down, up, down. So your curtsy doesn't have to be massively deep. Just a small bend, wherever works. Awesome. We're going to add a little reach over so the same arm as leg stays on that bar. We reach up tall, so lifting through the head. As we go over into the curtsy, we take a side stretch. We're working here as well as the rotation. That reach into the cupboard that normally gets us. And over, tap, over, tap, over, tap, over. Brilliant. We're going to finish off on this side with a little ab hit. So we'll try and bring that elbow close as you can into the knee. So a little lift. Down, up. There might just be a teeny tiny movement. But we're working here. We're getting that little squeeze. So you build up. You get that knee a little higher. 2 more. Wherever you are, give me 2 more. Brilliant. Walk it out. I'm going to swap my chair around just so you can see me working the other side. We're just going to work that other leg in that curtsy. So straight out first. Taking it round and tap to the side. So point the toe out, lift up tall, feel the rotation round. Round, down, out, tap. Round, down, and tap. 2 more. Last one. Going to add that reach. So lift up tall, tilt away from me in the camera towards that supporting leg. And curtsy, tap, curtsy, and tap. 1 more. Brilliant. Those little ab squeeze. Tiny lift, down, lift. Use this chair for support. You're working into the side as much as you can, lift it off the floor. That teeny lift. Still working all the muscles no matter how high you get it. Up. Once more. And release. Excellent job. We'll just do a little bit of a cool down. Just pedal through the feet. With arm moving. Alternate heels dropping down. Really stretch into the toes. The toes might click. Might click all of the time. As long as it's not painful, we are fine. And place both feet on the floor. Use the chair for support if you want. We're going to make that ankle a little circle. Doing a lot of movement. So just loosen it out both directions. And just hold underneath the knee, just to give it a little stretch in the glute. Okay, around here. Shoulders down, lift up. And flex the foot, and we'll be sending it forward. Bend this leg, and just reach forward. We're feeling a little stretch down the back of the leg. Toes are flexed in. Stretch out the Achilles. And bring it up. Give that knee just a little circle one way. Tap, in. Over. And in. Bring it in. Awesome. We're going to go the other side. So we're going to lift that foot. Give it a circle one way. And reverse. And circle. And reverse. If you need to, grab a hold of something which is going to hold it underneath the thigh. Get a stretch in the glutes, so bring as close as you can. And flex that foot, bend this support leg, send this leg straight forward. Lift up toes, take a little reach forward. We'll hit the back of the knee, down the leg, flex that toes towards your nose. Bring it in, place the foot down, take another little pedal. And if we can, away from the chair, just take a stretch up. And release the arms. So we've done a lot of work in the back. So we're just going to take the feet apart, take a lift up, bring the arms down the front, curl the chin to the chest, bend the knees. We're going to rest the hands on the thighs. You'll see it in yoga, quite a few times. We've got that cat-cow. We've got the arch in the back, and then curling in, the chin to the chest, and tilt under. You can rest on the thighs, or you can do it on the chair. You just want to loosen into the back. You kind of little look up as long as it doesn't strain the neck. And one more. And then a big stretch up to the ceiling. And a stretch through, like thread the needle through. And release. And up. Remember that transverse, the rotation. Protect the body in those movements. Bring it in. Release. Curl the chin into the chest. Lift through. And stretch. And if you joined us live, give yourself a round of applause. Well done, everybody. If you're watching this on a little replay, just pop underneath replay. Do keep a watch. We'll have another little taster session where we're going to work a little bit more in the feet and ankles, and that will be on Friday. So you can join in with the feet and ankle work. It is Better Bones this week on Athena, so we are looking at strengthening the bones through body weight and mini weight training. So do have a look at some of the information that we're putting on there, especially to do with diet and nutrition and hormones, especially for women mid-30s into menopause. As all our hormones change, we are at more risk of weakening of bones and losing bone density. So things like this, bar work, you don't have to go crazy with HIIT. You don't have to go running for marathons. You don't have to jump up and down all of the time. Just any kind of weight bearing exercise. So bar is great because we've got lots of small movements that move the muscles and the joints around, so it does build that strength. So if you are a beginner, that course that starts next week would be fantastic. Have a look on our website. Keep watching on our page for lots of information. And tomorrow it is National Fitness Day. Slightly different than everybody did have planned this year, but that is not going to stop us. We have a series of videos going out. Some will be live, some will be pre-recorded. And again, we are not focusing on the crazy HIIT jumping around tomorrow. We're thinking about restoring and flex and mobility. So we have some work with spiky balls. If you don't have a spiky ball, a tennis ball or even an orange will do the same. We have some stretchy resistance bands. We will do in some flex work. If you've got a foam roller, there'll be a mini session for that. We'll do some gentle conditioning, and we will also do some equipment-free lower impact HIIT. So there will be a lot of different things tomorrow. if you want to try those, they'll all be free on our page. And then hopefully, if YouTube uploads everything great, you'll be able to find the series on our YouTube, and you can pop in and out anytime for those 15-minute sessions, bookmark them, come back to them when you need. Otherwise, have a wonderful Tuesday. I hope everybody is staying happy and safe, and I will see you all soon. Bye.